What's up everyone? Today I'm going to show you guys how to create dubstep growls and make them a lot better. So let's get into Serum and I'm going to show you guys the first tip that I have. Alright, so the first thing is don't use a wavetable that has too much movement. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Don't use something like that for a dubstep growl. So we're just going to I'm gonna use a Monster 6. I'm gonna create an alpha like this and turning the rate down to 1/2 of a bar. And I'm gonna modulate the wavetable positioning around right here. Okay, so I'm also gonna drop down the octave and modulate coarse pitch. Turn this down a little bit. Now you can modulate the volume if you want, but I'm not going to. For the warp knob, I would use a bend plus. One, it creates a thicker sound. Two, it just sounds a lot cooler and better. So I'm gonna show you guys without it. Now with it, and it just makes it sound thicker. So I'm gonna actually modulate this slightly, and it's gonna sound pretty good. So moving on to filter, I'm going to high cut this, high pass, whatever you want to call it. I would put it around right here, maybe. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now for the sub, I'm not gonna do anything with it. You guys can do whatever you want with it. Okay, moving on to FX section, we're going to turn on multi-band compressor to make it sound better. Like, it's gonna sound better already, believe it or not. Alright, so now that's out of the way, I'm gonna create hyper dimension like this. I'm not gonna really go over it, but it's just gonna create more space. Now I'm gonna do phaser. I'm gonna modulate it like this and modulate mix down a little bit. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. Now I'm gonna talk about distortion. I don't really use this at all, so distortion is kind of useless, but whatever sound you're going for and you need distortion, go ahead, use it. It's up to you. Flanger, same thing. I don't really use this. I like the flanger filter better, even though you can still do it in here. It's just I like it on the filter. Alright, chorus. You can use this to create more room or the static effect. So I don't really do any of those for growls. Delay, I actually use delay and it's to create a little bit more space. And I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by that. So with this on, it's gonna sound like this, and without it, you can kind of hear that ringingness, but you can't really hear right now, but once you post-process it, you're gonna be able to hear it better. So I'm gonna set it to 164. So yeah, now we're going to move on to EQ, and I normally use it to create a talk effect with the growl, and you just create a peak like this. And don't modulate too high, but keep it around like that. If you want, you can also do a higher one like this. Maybe tighten this up, lower this just a little bit. Here we go. Alright, so that's pretty good for the EQ. Reverb, you definitely want to modulate it, but I don't really use reverb. Filter, again, flanger plus or combs plus is really nice. So I'm gonna create it like this. No, doing this will cut some of the high end, so if you just boost it with EQ or multi-band compressor, you're good. I would also probably just turn it slightly. So yeah, that's pretty good bass for now. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it into the mixer bus and put on the piano roll. So that's pretty nice low growl. Use OTT. I always use that. Just lower the depth a little bit. If you wanna use OTT, it's cool too. Using this saturation with free wave shaper. And just a little bit more saturation. Use sausage fattener. So yeah, that's pretty good for crashing side so far. You can do a lot more with it, but I'm going to talk about Vocodex. And this is not a free plugin, but if you guys do have it, you can create some pretty interesting sounds. You can use this or a vocoder, but this is just gonna really change the sound. So with it or without it, with it, I just really like how that sounds, so I'm gonna keep it. Now for the EQ, just if you're gonna use the Vocodex, cut some of the low end because there's a lot of muddiness. We don't want that. So yeah, and now cut some other things that you don't need. Maybe just lower some stuff and here and there. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Now if you guys want a preset, it's a free preset I just made a little bit ago. It's going to be in the link or in the description, and there's going to be a link. You guys can download it completely free. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out, guys.